New York Jets at the Denver Broncos. Adam, this one's interesting. We are sitting now where a couple of the books have flipped, where the Jets, yes, the Jets, Jets, on the road in Denver are favored by a point. There is still a couple of books out there where the Broncos are favored by a point, so let's call it a pick'em. 38.5 is your total. We know Russell Wilson in this offense has been absolutely pathetic. We know Russell Wilson dealing with not only a shoulder injury, but now a hamstring injury. So a leg and a shoulder for a guy that's been unproductive anyway so far throughout the course of the season. A Jets team that seems to be on the up and up, though I think maybe a little bit too much positive sentiment for this team if you really dig in. I mean, like they're certainly on the right track. I don't think they're maybe as good as everyone is playing this. This is a very, very curious game to me. What say you?
Keep steaming. Keep steaming, because all it's going to do is give me a better Broncos number by the time this game goes live. In fact, what I would love, y'all steam this to Jets -2, because I will take every bit of Broncos +8 that you have to offer in this game. Zach Wilson sucks. And just because Zach Wilson sucks a little bit less than he did last year doesn't mean Zach Wilson's any good. They won by 3 scores last week. His PFF grade was 35.5. We have gone way too far with this Jets narrative. Way too far. Now, on the other side with the Broncos, I get everything that's going on with the Denver offense. It's terrible. I don't trust Nathaniel Hackett. I sure as hell don't trust Russell Wilson. But what I do trust is the Denver defense.
Rippon is the question. Do you trust Brett Rippon?
Yeah. I trust the Denver defense, and that's really where this starts and ends for me. I think the Denver defense is going to make life hell on Zach Wilson, and I think that's where this game is ultimately won or lost. Is, are they able to make life difficult for him? Look, this is still the second-rated DVOA defense in all of football, despite the fact that this offense has kept them on the field way, way too much. So you want to make the Jets the favorite? That is absolutely fine with me. I think this is a case of fading narratives that have gone too hard in both directions. The Jets aren't that good. The Broncos aren't good, but they're not that bad.
I know we are down to 38, almost preseason-esque total here in this one, Steven. I would be still inclined to play the under if I was going to play this. We do have an elite defense. This is not a mirage. I mean, you have what might end up being the number one corner in all of football by the end of the season in Patrick Surtain, and a really, really good each level of the defense. There's no way to pick on this defense at all. And so I do wonder, even if we think, okay, let's say it is Brett Rippon who gets plugged into a broken offense, and then you get this Jets offense trying to score against this Denver defense. This has like 13-6, like 13-9, like whatever, like written all over it to me. And so even at a 38 total, I think that this is probably still an underplay.
I agree with that. And you know, we record this show on a Friday, but we're trying to find more ways here at the company to make sure you guys get the best of the number. I bet this Jets +3.5 at the very start of the week. Thought it was a good number there.
And that is a good number. Look, in a game where I'm just saying, I'm literally telling you, I don't think there's going to be any points whatsoever scored in this game. So, I mean, if you're getting more than a field goal with either team, right? I mean, that's a good number.
So go to TheLines.com, top right corner, hit the Discord button, and then under the roles server, you can hit the buttons to make sure you get push notifications when anybody on our staff locks in a bet to make sure you get the best of the number. Now, having that conversation is totally different than now having to bet on Zach Wilson to win a game. Like, that's a very different conversation. To Adam's point, 30th in CPOE, 29th in success rate since he's been back. Russell Wilson's been kind of just as bad, though, guys. So if he's playing with a bad hamstring, that's not great. Hack is a hack, so that's not looking good either. I don't really trust Brett Rippon because Nathaniel Hackett is still the head coach, and he couldn't even get Russell Wilson to complete passes to Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton, who are pretty damn good. And I have a lot of faith in this Jets defense in this matchup, just as much as I have faith in the Broncos defense, who I think is one of the top 3 defenses in the league at this point. But the Jets defense has that cheat code, man. 4th in pressure, despite being 31st in blitz rate, and Denver's 27th in pressure allowed. So points are going to come at a premium in this game. But I can't bet the Jets to win a game with Zach Wilson. I've upgraded them, but that's a different conversation than future weeks when we can have the talk of backing the Jets to just cover as an underdog.